right, today we are going to be going over page 10, adding and subtracting integers on the number line. All right, so to model integer addition, you have a number line and you're going to complete the following steps to find the sum of -3 plus 7 by filling in the blanks. Model the number sentence using straight arrows called vectors on the number line below. So we've talked about this way that whenever we're graphing numbers, we put a dot right on the number line. But when we're modeling addition and subtraction, we're going to draw arrows that are called vectors above the number line to show what this number sentence looks like. So the first thing we do, A, place the tail of the arrow on 0. So I'm going to come to my number line and I'm going to put a tail right here at 0. You can do a dot, you can do a little vertical line, something to indicate that this is my starting point. Then you're going to draw the arrow 3 units to the left because we're starting with -3. So we're going to draw the arrow to the left. Remember, left is less, so I'm going back 3 spaces on the number line. Stop at -3. The direction of the arrow is to the left since you are counting down from 0. Once you've drawn the first arrow to show where we are with our first number, C says start the next arrow at the end of the first arrow, or at -3 in this case. So our new arrow, you do a dot or a little vertical line, it's going to start right there at -3. So I've got -3 plus 7. So I'm going to draw the second arrow 7 units to the right since you are counting up from -3. So starting at -3, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I stop at 4. So -3 plus 7 equals 4. All right, so we're going to do this same thing for the next two. First thing I do is place the tail of the first arrow on 0. So I'm always starting at 0. This problem says 5 plus -9. So my first number is 5. That's a positive number, which means I'm going to the right 5 spaces until I stop at 5. If you're doing this digitally, there's a line button at the top of your screen where you can draw the arrows to show what this looks like in your digital notebook. If you're doing this on the paper copy, you can just draw with your pencil, that's fine. All right, so now we start where we left off for our second number, and it's plus -9. Well, negative means we're going to the left because left is less. So I start at +5, and I go to the left 9 places. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And my answer is -4. So for the next one, we're going to start at 0. I put the tail of my first arrow on 0. I have -7 plus 5. So I'm going to go to the left 7. And then I'm going to go to the right from -7, 5. And my answer is -2. All right, on the right side, we're going to show addition on the number line, then write the sum. So you see for these, they're giving you the answer. There's a dot or a graphed point on each number line. So what we are going to do is show how do we get that answer by drawing the number lines to indicate each number. So I have 2 plus -3. I start at 0 with my first number, and I'm going to the right 2 plus -3. I'm going to start at 2 and draw a line above the 2, going to the left 3 because it's -3. I'm going to go to the left 3, and my answer is -1. So the same thing for number 2. I'm going to start at 0. My first number says -3, so I go to the left 3, stop at -3. Then it says plus -4. Because it's -4, I'm still going to the left because left is less. So I start at -3 and I go to the left 4 until I stop at -7. All right, for number 3, I have -7 plus 10. So I'm going to start at 0. My first number is -7, so I'm going to go to the left 7 until I stop at -7. Then it says plus 10, so I'm going to go to the right from -7. I'm going to go to the right 10 spaces until I stop at +3. So -7 plus 10 is +3. And then for the last one, I have -2 plus -6. I'm going to start at 0 and go to the left 2. Then I'm going to start at -2, and it's plus -6. -6 means I'm going to continue to go to the left until I get to -8. If you would like to practice this adding and subtracting on a number line, you can click on the practice button and it will take you to that practice on IXL.